Did you hear the interview that the comedian James Corden did recently? So he was on this podcast talking about trying to be healthier, get his steps in, and drink less. And when he was talking about alcohol, he mentioned this really useful question that he'd started to ask himself, which is this: how much of tomorrow do I want to borrow? How much of tomorrow do I want to borrow by drinking now? And he said it's a little bit like going to a cash point and withdrawing 3 hours from the next day. Those hours are going to be deleted because you're feeling crap and not on your game. And I really like this analogy, which is why I wanted to share it with you here. And in my work, sometimes we talk about how drinking steals happiness from tomorrow, which is kind of the same principle. It is all about borrowing from tomorrow, like taking from the next day. And that is the key point here. Alcohol isn't adding anything extra into your life, it's just taking it from another day. So I invite you to think about that very carefully. How much of tomorrow do you want to borrow? It was such a big shift for me when I started thinking about drinking in those terms, because for such a long time, I thought I was like hacking the system, that drinking added something extra into my life, like more relaxation, more fun, more whatever I needed. But it wasn't doing that. And there was a huge price to pay for that borrowing. And I don't know if you have one of these, a fitness tracker. I do. And the app that I sync it with gives you like this dashboard reading of your sleep, your stress management score, how many steps you've done, how recovered you are from your last workout. Now, imagine starting the day with all of those readings like in the negative. You're down in every area. You are literally paying the price for the borrowing you did the day before. That is what happens when you drink. And once you start to acknowledge that by choosing to drink today, you are borrowing peace, calm, rest, and joy from tomorrow, then you can make a decision about whether the cost of that borrowing is worth it, just like we do with money. Though I have to say, if you're spending your precious time watching a video like this of me talking, then you are probably already seriously questioning it. And here's the other big thing that you need to consider here. When you borrow tomorrow's happiness and tomorrow's peace by choosing to drink today, what is the quality of that experience? Because I don't think it's all that great. Alcohol can only ever give you an artificial, cheap version of that thing you really want. So for example, the fake relaxation that you think you get with drinking is never as good as the real deal. And the fake fun you have whilst drinking is never as good as the genuine belly laughs that you might have when something is really funny, like really truly funny. And the fake sense of connection that you experience with someone when you're both drinking, it is never quite as meaningful as the deep, genuine connection that you can create when you're both fully present and willing to be honestly vulnerable. So is it worth borrowing from tomorrow, knowing that you are going to suffer the consequences, pay such a high price for it, and you're going to have an experience that isn't really all that great? What if you just learned another way to handle your feelings and handle your life? That is what I coach women to do inside my course, because it is such a key part of being able to let go of alcohol without missing it. You need those skills. The final thing I'll say is this. Sometimes people tell me that they don't really get hangovers anymore. This whole borrowing thing, it's not a problem for them. Maybe you've watched this video thinking, I drink every day or nearly every day. I'm not really sure I'm that affected. If this is you, I challenge you to stop drinking for 6 weeks and see if that is really true. Because my money is that you'll notice a difference. Your body was not designed to ingest a toxin like alcohol with ease. I do not think you've stopped getting hangovers. I think you've just adjusted to operating at a very low level at a suboptimal state of being. Perhaps you've forgotten what it's like to wake up firing on all cylinders with nothing borrowed, like nothing missing from the tank. It's worth thinking about this, because those hangover-free mornings when you're properly rested, they're a really nice way to start your day. So I'm Kate B. Scroll down and let me know in the comments if this resonates with you and whether you are tired of borrowing from tomorrow.